from 2023 to 2021. Please fasten your seat belts and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead lockers. And make sure your seat and table trays are in the upright position. Please turn on all personal electronic devices, including laptops and mobile phones. Thank you for choosing Zui Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
In 2021, students of class 583 officially ended a special school year through an online closing ceremony.
Having spent 5 years at my beloved primary school, I now have to say goodbye and move to a new school, Yên Viên Secondary School. Perhaps during that time, all the students in the class were extremely looking forward to the day of admission because they would be able to meet their friends again after a long period of separation. But boom, the COVID-19 epidemic broke out. Vietnam had to receive countless infected cases. The number of infected cases became larger and larger, and then the government decided to require schools to hold the opening ceremony of the new school year online. Another long period of time apart, but for public health, everyone had to stay home and quarantine. That day, even though we only met through a small scene, I was still extremely excited. Another student also participated fully in this online opening ceremony. The familiar sound of a school opening drum rang out, signaling the start of a new school year. Then I also met Miss Ha, who will accompany us throughout our 4 years of secondary school. Then gradually everyone got acquainted and became close. Although it was a bit difficult for the students to talk to each other, the lessons still went extremely smoothly. Online learning has two huge disadvantages. Teachers cannot grasp the learning situation of all students, and students hard to be grasp all the knowledge being taught. However, really we are very grateful to the teacher in charge of class 60 in the 2021-2022 school year for trying their best in teaching us. Even though there were many difficulties in studying during the quarantine period, the messages at 12 and 1 o'clock at night were still answered by the teachers, or they still answer our question even
at times,
school
perhaps
hours
we were
were
very
over.
discouraged because of the difficulties in the online learning environment and the psychological impact of the epidemic, but the enthusiasm of the teachers gave us the motivation to continue studying hard.
Around December, the epidemic subsided and we started learning in person.
But while other students happily went to school, I had to stay home for personal health reasons. At that time, even though she had to take care of classwork and bookkeeping, Miss has still always cared about her students' health. My classmates also often text me to ask questions, take notes, tell me stories in class. Even though we don't see each other, our friendship is still durable. Luckily, a week later, I was cured and could go back to school. The first day back to school was a bit confusing for me, like the first day of first grade. For a long time, I really missed the feeling of cycling on the familiar road to school, being able to see friends and teachers again, starting with close friends after a long time apart.
But after only 2 weeks of school, a number of infected cases appeared in the class, so the number of student absence were duly increased.
The class size were duly decreased to 15, 12, 10, 7, 5, then slowly to 1. That was me. Even though there is only one student left in the class, the teachers still support me enthusiastically. Although the flag ceremonies and activities at the beginning of the week only had a few students, Miss has still organized a flag ceremony for us in class. At that time, I was really confused about whether to go to school online or in person. If studying in person, it will be very tiring for teachers because they have to travel a lot, but there is only one student left in the class. If study online, the quality of learning it will not be as good as in person, and you will encounter eye problems. Finally, with advice from my parents and friends, I decided to stay home and study online. At the end of May 2022, after a year and a half of separation, Zoe was finally able to attend the closing ceremony together. I remember that day, the class signed up to participate in a musical performance. Even though we didn't win any prizes, we were still very happy because we tried our best together. To reward a school year full of effort, our parents organized a meaningful party for us. After a long time of traveling together, I realized how important Zoe is to me. My friends and teachers have always been behind me, supporting and strengthening me when I was tired, pushing me to move forward.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 2023. We just landed in 2023 where the local calendar is the 20th of November. On behalf of Zoe, Elias, and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us and we look forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.
Thank you.